Over the age of 60 and struggling to sleep through the night? Instead of reaching for plain water, try this simple change and you may find yourself drifting into deep, uninterrupted sleep. Have you noticed how, after turning 60, nights can feel like a marathon you'll never finish? You finally manage to fall asleep, only to suddenly wake at 2 a.m. Your eyes snap open, and the rest of the night is spent tossing and turning. That evening glass of water you thought was harmless, even healthy, isn't helping you rest. It doesn't send a calming signal to your brain. It doesn't relax your body. And in many cases, it may actually prompt your bladder to wake you just as your body begins slipping into deep sleep. Here's the truth. If you want to make it through the night and wake with a clear head, steady energy, and lighter steps, your body needs more than plain water. What it requires are very specific nutrients: magnesium to soothe tense muscles, glycine to balance and steady brain waves, tryptophan, which converts into melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to rest, and two often overlooked allies, L-theanine, which calms a restless mind, and melatonin itself, which helps reset the internal clock of an aging body. By simply swapping that ordinary glass of water with a warm drink packed with these nutrients, you could fall asleep faster, remain asleep longer, and wake up feeling a difference as soon as tomorrow morning. In a moment, I'll reveal 5 bedtime drinks, each backed by science, that can help people over 60 sleep more soundly and wake up less during the night. And the number one drink on the list doesn't just improve sleep. It also supports muscle repair, boosts collagen, and helps restore the steady, youthful steps you want when you get out of bed each morning. Now let me ask, what time do you usually go to bed, and at what hour do you most often wake up in the middle of the night? Share your answer in the comments. With 25 years of experience guiding older adults toward better health, I'll take your sleep schedule, plot it into a biological rhythm chart, and give you personalized insight into what might be driving your sleep troubles. But before we discuss which drinks work best as replacements for plain water, let's first understand why water at night might actually be disrupting your sleep. Why plain water can wake you up. Water is absolutely essential for health, but at night your body requires more than just a cool glass. Yes, it quenches thirst, but it doesn't calm the nervous system. It doesn't keep you comfortably warm, and it doesn't provide the nutrients your muscles and brain need to ease into deep restorative sleep. After the age of 60, subtle but important changes occur. The body loses its ability to hold water as effectively through the night. Hormones that help you retain fluids, as well as melatonin, the natural signal that tells the brain it's time to rest, are produced in smaller amounts. At the same time, your bladder grows more sensitive. Even a few sips before bed can be enough to trigger the urge to wake, pulling you out of deep sleep. Once that happens, your natural production of melatonin and growth hormone, both crucial for healing and recovery, is interrupted. Your deep sleep cycles are cut short, making it harder to drift back to sleep and leaving you heavy and drained in the morning. On top of that, drinking plain water before bed can actually dilute vital minerals like potassium and magnesium. These two minerals are key to relaxing muscles and keeping the nervous system balanced. When electrolytes fall out of balance, you're more likely to experience cramps or sudden nerve signals that jolt you awake. That's why the answer isn't to skip a bedtime drink altogether, but to replace it with something gentle, warm, and rich in nutrients. The right evening beverage can supply magnesium to ease tense muscles, glycine to calm your mind, tryptophan to support melatonin production, and natural plant compounds that reduce stress while helping maintain proper electrolyte balance. These drinks also help lock water inside your cells without overstimulating the bladder, and they won't cool down your core body temperature the way plain water does. Just a small cup, taken at the right time, can help you remain peacefully asleep and wake feeling refreshed and ready for the day ahead. Long-term effects of repeated nighttime awakenings. Being pulled out of deep sleep. Night after night has serious consequences. This is the stage when the brain organizes and stores memories, processes information, and clears away waste proteins. When deep sleep is repeatedly cut short, memory, focus, and reaction speed gradually begin to decline. Growth hormone, vital for repairing muscles, bones, and skin, is released most abundantly during deep sleep. Interruptions reduce this release, leading to weaker muscles, accelerated bone loss, and slower healing of wounds. Frequent awakenings also raise the risk of orthostatic hypertension, which can cause dizziness, imbalance, and increase the chance of falls in older adults. At the same time, disruptions in melatonin and other regulatory hormones throw off the body's circadian rhythm, which can negatively affect mood and make weight control more difficult. Poor quality sleep activates the sympathetic nervous system, creating fluctuations in heart rate and blood pressure. Over time, this extra strain weakens the heart and reduces the body's ability to regulate itself effectively. Understanding the sleep cycle. Sleep follows an orderly rhythm, where the brain and body move through different stages in sequence. Each full cycle lasts about 90 minutes and repeats several times throughout the night, allowing the body to restore itself and the brain to process information. It begins with light sleep. In this stage, your breathing and heart rate slow down, and the muscles begin to loosen. It acts as the doorway into deeper stages, though you can still be awakened easily. Next comes moderately deep sleep, when body temperature drops slightly and brain activity slows even further. This prepares you for the most crucial phase, deep sleep. During deep sleep, brain waves become their slowest, and the body releases large amounts of growth hormone. This is when muscles are repaired, bones are rebuilt, and the immune system is strengthened, the peak of physical recovery. Afterward comes REM sleep, short for rapid eye movement. This is the stage of vivid dreams. The brain becomes very active, showing activity patterns similar to being awake, and your eyes move quickly beneath the eyelids. Here, memories, emotions, and newly learned information are processed and organized. In a typical 7-8 hour night, the body completes 4 to 6 full cycles. Deep sleep tends to dominate the first half of the night, while REM sleep becomes more frequent in the second half. When a cycle is interrupted, especially during deep sleep or REM, the body and mind don't fully recover, leaving you tired and unfocused the next morning. This is why waking suddenly at around 2 a.m. is so disruptive. After a few hours of rest, your body often transitions from deep sleep into REM sleep. At this point, the brain is more active, heart rate and breathing shift naturally, and you become more sensitive to disturbances such as noise, light, or the urge to use the bathroom. As we age, the body holds less water at night, and the bladder grows more sensitive. So if you've had water before bed, the likelihood of waking during this REM stage is even higher. How to prevent nighttime awakenings. If you want to cut down on those sudden 2 a.m. wake-ups, a few simple changes to your evening routine can make a big difference. First, avoid drinking large amounts of plain water right before bed. Instead, choose something warm, light, and rich in minerals. Drink it about 60 to 90 minutes before sleep, so your body has enough time to process it. Second, set up your bedroom to work in your favor. Keep it quiet, dark, and comfortably cool. This reduces the chances of being disturbed during the dreaming stage of sleep, when you're most sensitive to interruptions. Finally, try to go to bed at the same time every night. Sticking to a consistent schedule helps regulate your natural sleep rhythm and lowers the chances of waking up in the middle of a cycle before it's complete. Now that you understand how your sleep cycle works and why those frustrating 2 a.m. wake-ups happen, let's move on to one of the simplest and most effective solutions: what you drink before bed. The right bedtime drink does more than quench thirst. It can relax your muscles, calm your mind, prevent your bladder from waking you too early, and even help you stay in deep, restorative sleep until morning. That's why, instead of water, I'll share with you 5 warm, gentle, nutrient-rich drinks that research has shown to help older adults sleep longer, wake up fewer times during the night, and feel more refreshed in the morning. Number 1. Warm, unsweetened almond milk. A cup of warm almond milk in the evening is more than just a gentle drink. It's a clear signal to your nervous system that it's time to slow down. Because it's naturally lactose-free, it's also easier on digestion, which is especially important for adults over 60 who are more likely to experience nighttime stomach discomfort. But why go for the unsweetened kind? The reason goes far beyond taste. Sweetened almond milk, or any drink with added sugar, causes your blood glucose to spike quickly. In response, your body releases more insulin to bring it back down. This swing can trigger adrenaline and cortisol, 2. Alert hormones that make the brain more active and more likely to wake you in the middle of the night. In fact, research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that consuming large amounts of refined sugar before bed increased nighttime awakenings and reduced deep sleep. People in the high sugar group also reported waking up groggy, sluggish, and even with headaches, results linked to blood sugar swings and stress hormones interfering with the sleep cycle. By choosing unsweetened almond milk, you support stable blood sugar levels throughout the night, keep the nervous system calm, and improve your odds of sleeping soundly until morning. The key nutrients here are magnesium, which quiets nerve activity and relaxes muscles, and tryptophan, an amino acid the body converts into serotonin and then melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake rhythm. But the benefits go beyond sleep. Almond milk also contains healthy unsaturated fats that stabilize blood sugar overnight, reducing adrenaline and cortisol surges that can wake you suddenly. Its natural potassium helps maintain electrolyte balance, preventing cramps or twitches that might disturb sleep. And its vitamin E acts as a protective antioxidant for nerve cells, keeping the brain steady and less reactive to minor disturbances while you rest. One study, published in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences, 2014, found that adults who drank almond milk twice daily for 2 weeks increased their average deep sleep by 22 minutes, woke up less frequently during the night, and felt more alert in the morning. How to drink for best results. Warm 4-5 ounces, 120-150 milliliters, of pure unsweetened almond milk, and sip it slowly before bed. This allows enough time for your body to absorb the nutrients and process the liquid without overfilling your bladder. Adding a pinch of cinnamon not only boosts flavor but also improves circulation and provides a cozy warming effect. Sometimes, a small change like this can make all the difference, helping you sleep through the night, cut down on sudden wake-ups, and wake in the morning feeling truly refreshed. Number 2. Chamomile tea. A warm cup of chamomile tea at night is more than a comforting ritual. It's nature's gentle way of telling your body and mind to slow down. For centuries, chamomile has been valued as a natural sleep aid, and modern research now helps explain why. Chamomile is naturally caffeine-free, so it won't interfere with your sleep cycle. Its key compound, apigenin, binds to GABA receptors in the brain, easing anxious thoughts, steadying your heartbeat, and guiding your nervous system into a calm, restful state. But chamomile offers even more. It contains chamazulene and matricin, plant compounds with mild anti-inflammatory effects that help keep tiny blood vessels in the brain relaxed. This supports smooth blood flow throughout the night, which may explain why many people feel clearer and lighter upon waking after drinking it. Research has backed this up. One study found that older women who drank chamomile tea every evening for 2 weeks fell asleep 16 minutes faster, woke up 30% less during the night, and 80% reported deeper, more pleasant sleep. Chamomile may also help relax muscles around the neck, shoulders, and eyes, releasing built-up tension that often leads to headaches or restlessness in the early hours. For those who snore lightly or occasionally wake from shallow breathing, chamomile's gentle muscle-relaxing effect in the airways may offer subtle support. How to drink for best results. Steep 1 chamomile tea bag in hot water for 5-7 minutes. Then let it cool to a comfortable warmth. Sip it about 45 minutes before bed. For extra comfort, you can add a thin slice of fresh ginger or a drop of natural vanilla. Just avoid honey or sugar so your blood sugar stays stable throughout the night. A simple nightly cup like this can become a powerful signal to your body. The day is over, it's safe, and it's time to rest. Number 3. Warm coconut water. A warm cup of coconut water in the evening may seem simple, but it can be a surprisingly powerful way to support deep, uninterrupted sleep. Naturally rich in potassium, magnesium, and a touch of sodium, coconut water supplies the essential electrolytes that help balance nerve signals and regulate muscle contractions, even the smooth muscles of the bladder. The result? Fewer bathroom trips pulling you out of rest in the middle of the night. But the benefits go further. Coconut water contains natural carbohydrates that digest slowly. Combined with electrolytes, these steady nutrients help maintain stable energy levels throughout the night, preventing the sudden dips in blood sugar that can spark an adrenaline surge and wake you up. Potassium and magnesium also provide a mild vasodilating effect, keeping nighttime blood pressure steady and reducing the risk of nervous system activation that can interrupt sleep. On top of that, coconut water is packed with cytokinins, plant-based antioxidants that protect brain cells from oxidative stress. This makes the nervous system less reactive to small disturbances like background noise or slight temperature changes. Science backs this up. A 2017 study in the Journal of Sleep Disorders Research found that older adults with low potassium levels experienced 28% more nighttime bathroom trips and sleep interruptions compared to those with balanced electrolytes. When these minerals were replenished, sleep quality improved within just 1 week. How to drink for best results. Dilute fresh coconut water with warm water in a small cup, about 3–4 ounces, and sip it slowly after dinner, at least 1 hour before bed. Avoid drinking it cold or too close to bedtime, and skip it altogether if you have kidney disease or need to limit potassium. For extra comfort, you can add a thin slice of fresh ginger for gentle warmth and digestive support. Sometimes, it's these simple, mindful rituals that make the difference, helping you fall asleep more deeply, wake less often, and greet the morning with a relaxed body and a clear mind. Number 4. Golden milk with black pepper. A cup of golden milk before bed is more than just a cozy, golden-colored drink. It's a natural way to release the day's tension and guide both body and mind into rest. The star ingredient, curcumin from turmeric, works deep inside the body to balance stress hormones. It gently regulates the HPA axis, the communication pathway between the brain, pituitary gland, and adrenal glands, helping lower cortisol, increase calming GABA activity, and quiet the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that often stays too active at night. Black pepper plays an equally important role. It contains piperine, a compound that boosts curcumin absorption by 7 to 8 times, ensuring you get its full calming and anti-inflammatory benefits. When combined with warm milk, whether almond, walnut, or oat, curcumin and black pepper create a drink that helps you drift into sleep naturally, without the harsh effects of sleeping pills. The benefits don't stop there. Curcumin's anti-inflammatory action can soothe joint pain that might otherwise wake you up during the night. It may also improve blood flow to the brain at night, delivering oxygen and nutrients that support memory and reduce awakenings caused by mild oxygen dips. Together with the healthy fats in milk, turmeric helps stabilize blood sugar overnight, preventing hormonal surges that can pull you out of deep sleep. And thanks to its strong antioxidant properties, curcumin shields brain cells from oxidative stress, keeping your nervous system steady and less sensitive to small noises or temperature changes. Science supports these effects. A 2019 study published in Phytotherapy Research found that participants who took curcumin nightly for 4 weeks reduced cortisol levels by an average of 23% and improved both deep sleep time and overall sleep quality, results confirmed by EEG measurements. How to prepare. Mix half a teaspoon of pure turmeric powder with a pinch of black pepper into about 5 ounces, 150 milliliters, of warm milk. Almond, walnut, or oat milk all work well. Sip it slowly about an hour before bed. Avoid making the brew too strong, and don't drink it on an empty stomach. This simple golden ritual can act as a nightly bridge, helping you transition from the busyness of the day into the calm, restorative rhythm of deep sleep. Number 5. Warm gelatin or light bone broth. A warm cup of gelatin or light bone broth before bed may sound simple, but for many older adults, it's one of the most effective natural ways to enjoy deeper, more restorative sleep and wake up refreshed. The secret lies in glycine, a calming amino acid. Glycine gently slows the heart rate, slightly lowers core body temperature, and increases slow-wave brain activity, exactly the pattern your body needs for deep, dreamless, uninterrupted sleep. Scientific evidence supports this. A 2007 study published in Neuropsychopharmacology found that just 3 grams of glycine before bed helped older adults sleep more soundly, wake fewer times during the night, and feel more alert in the morning. Unlike sleeping pills, glycine doesn't force the body to sleep. Instead, it supports the brain and nervous system in making the transition naturally. But glycine does more than aid sleep. It also stimulates collagen production at night, helping repair tissues, rebuild muscle, and support joint health. processes that naturally slow with age. Bone broth, in particular, is rich in proline and essential minerals that soothe the stomach, nourish connective tissue, and provide steady hydration through the night. Recent research suggests even deeper benefits. Glycine and other amino acids in bone broth may support the brain's glymphatic system, the nightly cleaning process that flushes out waste proteins like beta amyloid, which can accumulate in the brain over time. Its mild anti-inflammatory effects on the brain and spinal cord may also reduce nervous system overactivity, making you less likely to wake from minor noises or temperature shifts. When paired with a small amount of protein from gelatin, glycine also helps stabilize blood sugar levels overnight, preventing the adrenaline spikes that often jolt people awake in the early morning hours. How to prepare? Dissolve 1 teaspoon of unflavored gelatin powder in about 4 ounces, 120 milliliters, of warm water, stirring until completely smooth. Drink it 30-45 minutes before bed. For bone broth, choose a low-sodium version, warm it gently, and drink it on its own for better absorption. This quiet, comforting ritual can be much more than a drink. It can become the nightly support your body needs to repair, restore, and rest peacefully through the night. How to drink for better sleep. Getting the full benefit from these bedtime drinks isn't just about what you drink. It's also about how and when you drink them. A few small adjustments can make the difference between a restless night and waking up refreshed. 1. Keep the portion small. You don't need a large mug. About 4-5 ounces, 120-150 milliliters, is enough. That's just the right amount to deliver calming nutrients without overfilling your bladder and waking you up at night. 2. Time it wisely. Sip your drink 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime. This allows your body to absorb the nutrients, digest gently, and take a final trip to the bathroom before you settle in. 3. Choose richer drinks over plain watery ones. Drinks with a bit more body, like almond milk, golden milk, or light bone broth, stay in your system longer. They keep you hydrated without sending you running to the bathroom. 4. Train your bladder. Going to bed and visiting the bathroom at the same time each night helps your bladder adapt, making it easier to hold steady until morning. 5. Sip slowly. Take 10-15 minutes to enjoy your drink. As you breathe calmly while sipping, you send a signal to your nervous system that it's safe to relax and shift into rest mode. 6. Test one change at a time. Stick with one drink for a full week before switching. This way, you'll know exactly what works for your body without second guessing. When you combine the right drink with the right habits, you create a nightly ritual that doesn't just help you fall asleep, it helps you stay asleep. Over time, this consistency trains both body and mind to welcome deep, uninterrupted rest. Another perspective you might be missing: movement. Even if you've chosen the perfect bedtime drink and followed all the right steps, deep and unbroken sleep can sometimes still feel out of reach. One common reason? Not moving enough during the day. When most of our hours are spent sitting, the body's natural sleep-wake rhythm, the circadian rhythm, can become sluggish. Muscles stay tense, circulation slows, and the nervous system never fully receives the signal that it's time to wind down. Adding gentle, regular movement to your day can make your evening drink even more effective, setting the stage for a smoother, easier transition into restful sleep. Gentle exercises for better sleep. About an hour before bed, once you've enjoyed your warm evening drink, take a few minutes for some light stretching. Stand or sit tall, draw in a slow, deep breath, and let your arms rise upward. As you exhale, fold gently at the hips, allowing your head and shoulders to release toward the floor or rest over your lap. Hold this position for 15-20 seconds, breathing evenly, and feel the weight of the day melt away from your neck, shoulders, and lower back. Come up slowly, then repeat the movement 3 or 4 times. Between stretches, add a few gentle neck rolls or shoulder shrugs to release any remaining tension. With every breath, you're sending a quiet signal to your body that it's safe to let go and prepare for rest. If possible, follow your stretching with a slow evening walk outdoors, ideally 30-60 minutes after dinner. Keep your pace comfortable and meditative, focusing on steady breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, as the cool air brushes your skin. Stand tall, relax your shoulders, and feel each step encourage smooth circulation, gentle digestion, and the lowering of cortisol, so melatonin can rise naturally. By the time you return, both your body and mind will already be leaning towards sleep. When to expect results? Some people notice small but positive changes in just 3-5 days, such as falling asleep more easily. With consistent practice, deeper sleep and fewer nighttime awakenings often show up within 2 to 3 weeks. Pairing your bedtime drink with gentle, intentional movement isn't about exhausting yourself. It's about teaching both your body and your mind how to release tension so that when you finally lie down, you drift off smoothly and stay asleep peacefully until morning. When you combine the right drink with a few minutes of light evening movement, you're giving your body and mind the perfect cues to rest. The drink nourishes your nervous system, while the movement eases tension and steadies your breath and heartbeat. Over time, these simple and consistent habits train your body to welcome deep, uninterrupted sleep night after night. Thanks for watching.